Hi, this video is about how we're going to use videos in this class. The basic idea is that we are doing what's called flipping the class. And this draws on some teaching ideas that have been developed by Eric Mazur, a physicist at Harvard. He points out that there are two aims of education. The first is the transmission of information, and the second is the assimilation, the real understanding of that information. Now, the usual teaching approach has all of the transmission of information occur in class, and then we rely on students to work out of class to try to assimilate that information, to apply it to other situations. The problem with this usual teaching approach is that the transmission of information is actually a pretty readily available thing. There are plenty of textbooks. There are lots of other sources of information available to students, and so it's not hard for students to acquire information on their own. What is hard to do is to assimilate that information. And this is where the real learning takes place. Now, the hallmark of education is that you can take the information that has been transmitted and apply it in a new context or to a new situation. And that's what we're going to try to do in class. So by flipping the class, what we mean is that the transmission of information is now going to occur out of class. So that's something you're going to do on your own. But the assimilation of that information is going to occur in class. And that's something we'll do together. So your job then, in order to make this whole approach work, is that you've got to read the textbook and the lecture notes, and you have to watch the relevant videos before we go over that material in class. You also need to take what I'm calling warm-up quizzes whenever they're available. And these are just things that are going to help me gauge where your understanding is of the material. And then you should come to class prepared to ask a bunch of questions, solve problems, and then work collaboratively with your classmates. Now, my job is also somewhat different. I have to make sure that the lecture notes and the videos are informative. I need to do real-time assessments of where your level of understanding is at. And that's where these warm-up quizzes come in. And then I have to develop in-class exercises that will address your needs, will get to the issues that you don't understand, and I need to stretch you just the right amount. This is the Goldilocks approach. I don't want to stretch you too much, and I don't want to stretch you too little. I have to stretch you just the right amount to challenge you, but not demoralize you and not bore you. And so in class, we're also going to develop theoretical skills, and to the extent that we can, we're going to apply those to the real world. Now, this method of teaching is as new to me as it is to you. So you should feel free to give me feedback on any aspect of the course that you think is working well or is not working well. And of course, I can always fine-tune the course throughout the semester. So nothing that I've said in these slides is etched in stone. Now, I think that this approach can lead you toward a deeper understanding of macroeconomics, and it might even be fun.